Hello and welcome to the One I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank. I'm doing the sit down show today. The election happened, or it's happening. Um, Donald Trump was going to win, and then they stopped counting the votes in a couple of states because the election's fixed. And I don't care that the election's fixed. The one thing I like about America is that like America complains about other countries and how like they're like corrupt. So like they'll complain about perfect examples like Mexico. They complain about how Mexican's government is like super corrupt, and I don't have to go on about it. You're American if you're listening, so you already know. Okay, but America is the most corrupt country like in the world, or like we'll talk about China and how they don't have like human rights and how they have concentration camps for Muslims. But America has don't we have the biggest prison population in the world, and people are doing like 20 years in jail for like drug possession. So America's not that much better. And also our jails are privatized, so like the more prisoners, the more money the jails get. So anytime money is involved in anything, it's corrupt. But anyway, there's even in Michigan, the voter fraud has been caught on video during the election, I guess last night. And so like there's witnesses. It's already been put on YouTube. So it's just funny how like Biden will win because they cheated, which is fine. I don't care because it's like I figured I figured your vote doesn't matter. I've always believed your vote doesn't matter because it's who count it's who counts the votes. That's what matters. I mean, and then even the electoral college, it's like they don't have to vote. I mean, even though like a state might go one way, the electoral college doesn't have to give all its votes. You know, so basically, it doesn't matter who you vote for. But the I am looking forward to Biden being president for one reason. I want to see who we go to war with first, and the reason why I'm excited about the next war, because I want it to be nuclear. And I hope, well, it's going to be Kamala Harris. Biden, like at the longest, he'll be in office for like a year at the longest, because he'll either die or just be like, or like his Alzheimer's will kick in, and then they'll like cast a vote that he's not suitable to be the president, and then Harris would be the president. That's my prediction. Kamala Harris is going to be our president within 2 years. Positive about this. Well, because I really don't think Trump's going to win, because it's like the last 4 years the Democrats have been planning on cheating. I mean, the past 4 years they've just been trying to like get him out of office instead of like trying to get a good candidate. If the best candidate they had was Joe Biden, well then of course they're going to cheat to win. I mean, that's just obvious. And nothing wrong with it. Like I like the fact that like America does things like right in the open, like friggin' Epstein. Like he didn't kill himself, but it's obvious and everyone knows it. Like the cameras, like the security cameras just happened to be off when he quote unquote killed himself. They like the medical examiner said he was murdered. But whatever. No one cares because we're used to corruption. Especially like voting. Like if you're running for president and you don't like have a landslide victory, then like if they don't want you to win, you're not gonna win. Because it's like they could cheat like up to a certain point. So like because Trump is so close, they can cheat that because like that's why they stopped counting votes in like those in those like three states. And it's like what kind of election is it where like they can just stop counting the votes? Doesn't that sound like something that like the American news complains about when like they're complaining about like Russia or something like that? They're like, and they just stopped the votes like mid-election, and then they restarted up and like Putin won. You know, like they'll have stories like that, and we're doing the same thing that like we complain about with other countries. That's why America's great. We're like a hypocritical country, and a corrupt as fuck country. I love the fact that America's corrupt. It's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, like, if you're gonna be number one at something, might as well be number one at cheating, you know? And I can't believe that like we have the nerve to talk about China in a bad way when America is like worse than China. You know? We've had riots for the past like what like 6 months. No one sees anything wrong with that. I mean, you know, Jesus Christ. We'll have parts of like the city like in what was it Portland where like barricaded or barricaded like I don't know like a 6 block radius, and like all these private businesses like went out of business and like got destroyed because all these like quote unquote revolutionaries wanted to take over a small section of the city and like start their own I don't know what, but start something, and they just let it happen. You gotta be kidding me. That sounds like a really messed up government. What kind of government will let that happen? America. The Black Lives Matter protesters and Antifa, the two protest groups that have been causing fires, shooting people, burning buildings. Just the big part of the civil unrest has been Antifa and Black Lives Matter, the two two terrorist groups allowed to run rampant in the streets. Doesn't that sound like something that we would complain about, like in Cuba or something? I don't know. It's like just some foreign country. Like we would like slap the name riots. I guess change the name of Antifa and Black Lives Matter, but just change it to something in like that country's language, okay? And like we would be appalled. But it happens here. No, it's cool. It's fine. We'll just like let it happen. And then like when they arrest the people, they let them right out. They don't press charges. They just like let them right out. Isn't that crazy that like we live in a country where like the DA can like just decide, we're not gonna press charges. Like it's like the law only applies when it's convenient. And that's America for you. The law only applies when it's convenient. What kind of country is this? It's a horrible. It's. I mean, if you think about it, it sounds like a horrible country, right? It really does. It sounds like a horrible country, but hey, freedom. You know. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't affect me. I live. Well, I live in my head, but like my political stance, I guess, is why I don't care about who actually wins the presidency. I'm an anarchist, and I don't even follow the laws. I just follow my own law. I just do my thing, and I'm fine. And whoever the president, no, I understand like the governor who can lock down, and yeah, and our governor can lock down the state. That makes no sense. Yeah, like we have a weird government system, but the thing is, we need to vote out our governor though. I forgot his name, but he needs to go. He's not gonna win next election. No way he can win because like how many businesses went out of business and how many big businesses bought up those small businesses that went out of business, I know it's a big power play, and it was so obvious. It's so obvious. They used the pandemic, which isn't real. When something has a 99% survival rate, it's not a pandemic. It's like not even as dangerous as the flu. More people died from the flu than COVID, and we're closed down. There's something going on, obviously. More people die of the flu every year than of COVID. We don't lock down for the flu. There's something going on, but whatever. It's how it is. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this podcast, and I'm out of spare time.